Welcome to or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Mel and I'm a fashion blogger from Massachusetts. I love thrifting, secondhand fashion, and just fashion in general, and that's what this channel is all about. So if that's your favorite thing too, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you can follow along every single time that I make a new video. As many of you know, I do a lot of online thrift shopping, so kind of in my spare time when I'm not at a thrift store, I like to peruse through the ThredUp app, Poshmark, and Mercari. Those are kind of my top three platforms. I sell clothes as well as buying them on platforms like that, in addition to eBay too, just not as often. And I curate all of it and put it all together so that I can show you what I got in these videos. So this roundup here is going to be kind of like the final moments of spring. We are entering fall. We're in late summer right now, and I personally am a fall girly. I like to celebrate fall as early as possible, which for me usually starts August 1st. It's just too hot to wear fall clothing at that time, so you'll find me decorating my house for fall really early in the season, but I do stick with usually the summer fashion until the end of September, just because I can't really wear like a ton of heavy corduroy when it's still 80 to 90 degrees up. But anyway, let's get into this. Like I said before, I have a lot of really good stuff to show you. First item that we have here is from Poshmark. Now I found this shirt on Pinterest. I Google image searched it and it brought me up to the Poshmark listing, and I needed this shirt when I got it. It's the prettiest yellow and white striped, I don't know if it's like a seersucker print, but it's so cool. It's buttoned down, which I don't usually wear a ton of button front shirts. This one I loved because it has a V-neck and also a really fun collar. I just sneezed. My fall allergies are coming back, but anything that has a collar, especially one that has like a lacy trim like this. And I like the way that this shirt has like these really fun like puff sleeves, like big lantern sleeve, and it's kind of see-through. It's like you'd have to wear an undershirt with this, I think, but really fun lightweight type top to tuck into jeans and shorts, I guess, but really versatile piece. I actually got these in a few other colors, which you'll see in a future video because they are on the way to me now, but I really love using Google image search for finding clothes that I might see on someone's Instagram page or Pinterest. It does a good job of pulling up any active like reselling listings if you want to purchase that same piece, which is what I typically use it for. Next thing here is from ThredUp, and what I'll do in the description of the video is leave the link to my ThredUp referral code. If you use that link, my referral link, on your first purchase, you get a pretty significant amount either off, I forget it's a percentage off or a dollar amount off your first purchase. So if you've never tried ThredUp before, that's a really good way to try, is with the coupon that I'll be able to offer you. And what I'll do in the description of my video is leave my referral link. If you click that for your first purchase, you can get a pretty significant amount off your first purchase. I forget if it's a dollar or a percentage off, but a really good way to try out ThredUp if you haven't used it before. This is not a sponsored video by any means, but I do use ThredUp for most of my clothing purchases. I would say probably like 90% of my shopping actually comes from ThredUp, and most of this pile did too. So really great website. They have such a good variety. Anyway, this is a pair of pants from Zara. And I love these because they just have the funnest floral print. I mentioned this in past videos before, but I work in a corporate office setting, and although our dress code exists, they're very flexible with it, and they like, or not necessarily encourage, but they don't mind when I wear like fun funky prints and everything to the office. So what I've been trying to do is kind of spice up more of my office wear attire, wearing things with really fun prints and patterns, and it makes me happy when I wear it, and I feel like aligns a lot better with my personal style, because I really wouldn't describe my personal style as anything wearing business type clothes, even though that is the office setting that I tend to work in. So yeah, these pants I feel like I can wear in an office setting and not, so I love that it's versatile in my wardrobe. But it just has these really fun like little lavender flowers all over it. Has a nice little like kick flare, which I like wearing with boots, and the back of them doesn't have any like pockets or anything, but that's okay because the front of them does have pockets, and I just think that is so fun. So really cute pair of pants that is very versatile. Next up is a pair of pants that unfortunately does not fit me, so I'm gonna try to find a new size because I love these so much. On the same topic of, you know, like office wear and fun office wear specifically, this pair of pants really caught my eye on ThredUp when I found it. It's a pair of Free People slacks, and it has like the best floral print I've ever seen in my life. I saw a video, I forget who did it, I can link it below if I remember, but really just looking ahead to fall trends and what's going to be popular. Florals are always popular, and although I don't necessarily follow trends specifically, one thing that resonated with me was the name of wallpaper florals and how those are going to be popular coming up for the fall 2024 season. And I feel like this kind of matches that. Although it's more of like a summer color and print, I would still wear these into fall because it has a lot of like oranges and fuchsias and mustard yellows. And I just love this pattern overall. But I think I mentioned before, the brand's Free People. These unfortunately are just a little bit too small for me. These were new with tags, and I will unfortunately have to return these and hunt for something new. But again, I'll use the Google image search feature to try and find that pair in a little bit larger of a size so I can incorporate it into my wardrobe and start wearing it immediately. So I'm really excited for that. This next piece is also from ThredUp and is from one of my favorite brands. Wait for it. Sister Jane. If you are not new here, you know that Sister Jane is a brand that I mention in almost every single one of my videos. Today is no exception to that. I love this shirt. It's so fun. It has these little embroidered daisies all over it and a really fun like short sleeve, puff sleeve. It has a zipper back and it's just like a cute cropped shirt. And the material is really nice. It's like a very good quality cotton and just an overall great quality piece. Sister Jane typically is on like more of the expensive side. I usually find some pretty good deals on ThredUp when I look. On the same topic of Sister Jane, this dress I also found from ThredUp and is also Sister Jane, as I mentioned before. This is just like a really fun black dress. It has a square neck. It has kind of like embossed little flowers all over it on the fabric, or like it's like a jacquard fabric. Is that how you say it? Jacquard. But it has these really nice little puff sleeves. Square neck, like I mentioned before, and the whole dress is tiered. It kind of poofs out at the bottom. When I purchased this, I didn't realize that the fabric content would be a little bit more on like the formal side. So I would probably wear this to like an event or potentially even like a wedding. For the returning visitors, you also know that one of my favorite brands on the planet, probably my favorite brand, is Fred Perry. It's kind of like a tennis brand from England, and it's been kind of adopted, I would say, more from like the punk scene in modern day history. They're best known for their polos, which have like a twin stripe on all of them, and then this little laurel wreath right here. I have this polo in a number of different colors. I've actually never owned it in pink before, so now I have it. I found this on ThredUp. It's one of my saved searches, so when I saw the pink polo, I absolutely needed it. And not really much more to say about it aside from that it's really cute. I could style this with anything. It could be jeans, it could be kind of like a tennis skirt like I have on right now. So really versatile piece, and I feel like I've seen a lot more polos recently. More of like the athleisure look I've been seeing a lot lately, and I feel like that plays into it very nicely. So a lot of cool ways to style that. Additionally, I also got the same exact polo in white. I had this in pretty much every single color except for white and pink, I'm pretty sure, because I have a number of different color combinations. So one day maybe I'll have them all. But again, a really nice brand. The quality is amazing. And again, the quality is good because it's a little bit more on the expensive side. Fred Perry is a brand that I like to purchase secondhand because I save a lot of money when I do. Next up is a skirt that I purchased from the consignment shop down the street from my house that I used to work at. I used to do inventory at a consignment shop, so it taught me a lot about brands, fabric content, what pricing to look out for when you're buying secondhand online. So I have a lot of that type of knowledge, not only just about like, I guess, fashion in general, but even specifically like what you should and shouldn't potentially bring to specific consignment shops. So maybe I'll do a video on that in the future of like, oh, what to bring to something like a Buffalo Exchange or a Plato's Closet. Those weren't the companies that I had worked for. It was like more of a smaller scale store that I did. But I frequent there often still. I'm like probably one of their #1 customers in terms of who consigns there the most, because I do buy a high volume of clothes, therefore I rotate a high volume of clothes as well, and they are the first place that I bring my clothes whenever I am able to, whenever I do a closet clean out. So anyway, I purchased this from there. They do a live sale most weeks, and I found this on there. I used to actually have this print in a pair of pants, but the pants don't fit me anymore. Still on the hunt for a bigger size, but in the meantime, I found it in a skirt. So they did this live sale and they put this up on the screen. I purchased it immediately and I think it's just so fun. It's just this really cool horse print. The horses are running through fields. It's the brand Urban Outfitters. It's like a midi skirt that has more of like a side slit, and I think this is just so fun. I could wear this with really anything, maybe like a band t-shirt tucked in, maybe like a French tuck, or even with a sweatshirt. So I will definitely be styling this, not just for summer, but into fall too. And I think it could be a really versatile piece, even though the print is kind of abstract and out there. Now, I've been seeing this type of vest all over my Instagram feed, and on ThredUp, I was actually able to find one that I had on my general wish list. It's very rare that I buy clothes new. It's also extremely rare that I buy clothes full price. Free People is one of my favorite brands, and all their stuff, as you may know, is so freaking expensive, and I just don't have it in me to spend upwards of $150 on a piece of clothes sometimes, especially if I know that I can find it secondhand just with a little bit of patience. So I was on ThredUp and I found this vest and it was only $35, so I bought it. And it's just this little cute denim vest that I feel like is so trendy and wonderful right now. It's really fun to wear over a collared shirt or a dress, and it's a really fun layering piece. I personally love layering even in the summer. I live in a location that doesn't get too hot in the summer, but hot for me, boiling hot for me is 90 degrees. So I wouldn't layer at a 90-degree day, but maybe an 80-degree day. If I was wearing a fun dress, I might layer that over it so I'm not sweating my butt off. So really good option. I love it very much. I'm on the hunt for more vests like that because, again, I do love the layering pieces. And I've noticed that I have been gravitating towards vests quite often in my wardrobe, which is really fun, especially going into fall. But the next items that we have here is actually from Mercari, and it is a pair of Free People boots. These cowboy boots are so fun. They're fringy, a taupe color, and then it has pink, purple, and green little frills all over it. I love cowboy boots. I love everything Western. And I have a lot of cowboy boots, and I actually have these in a solid blue color that I love wearing. These are so comfortable. Sometimes cowboy boots, depending on the heel height, is just not comfortable in general, but I found these for a very good deal. I think these were only again $30 as well, when these boots normally retail for something closer to more than $200. They haven't been worn that frequently. You can tell the person may have only worn them once or even 2 times before selling them online, but they are in good hands now, which is in my closet. Next up is something that I feel like I kind of impulse bought these. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them or not yet. I have to figure out an outfit to style these with before I decide. But they are from ThredUp. It is the brand Vans. And I have a lot of Vans sneakers actually. I don't have a lot of Vans slip-on sneakers like these. And I think the reason I purchased them is pretty obvious. I love the heart print of them. I think they're so cute. I already have a pair of heart print Vans though, and they're lace up, they're pink, and they have hearts around the trim, and that's kind of my go-to Valentine's Day shoe. I really like these a lot. I think they're super fun. However, lately I've been gravitating more towards the Vans that have the platform, so I'll see if I can style these up in a way that I'm happy with. I think they're really, really cute, but again, if I don't end up keeping them, I will return them back to ThredUp and someone else can get them. But look at that, on the inside there's even a little heart there too. So just a really fun, cute shoe. I love shoes. I don't mind buying shoes secondhand. I know some people think that's gross. I don't. All my shoes are secondhand. I've only ever had 1 or 2 issues in my life with secondhand shoes, and that's because people never took the band-aid out of the shoe when they sold it. So I stuck my foot in there, and I always wear socks, but I stuck my foot in the shoe and realized that there was a band-aid in it, and I hate band-aids, and it freaks me out a lot. So besides those 2 instances in the literal thousands of pairs of shoes that I've purchased, I've never ever had an issue. So I will continue to buy them and just hope that they are all band-aid free. Next up is from Depop, and this was an item that I was on the hunt for specifically. It is this amazing Tommy Hilfiger shirt, and it has the American flag on it. I think that's so fun. It's a polo. I purchased it to be oversized. I plan on wearing this more like a dress than anything else. I saw an influencer wearing this who does a lot of secondhand shopping, and I Google image searched it and I found it for sale, and it was very costly. However, I needed it and I was really happy with my purchase. My only qualm, I guess my gripe about it, is that it has like a little bit of fabric transfer here, which I'm pretty sure I did in my own washing machine actually, but otherwise really happy with the purchase here and everything that exists. So love it, can't wait to style it, and probably even wear it as its own item. Next up is this pair of pants that you might be familiar with if you go on Instagram, because I feel like everyone has this type of print right now, and it's the fruit print pants from Lisa Says Guy. I got these on ThredUp as well. Lisa Says Guy is one of my safe searches, and when I found these in my size, I almost cried. I was so happy, and I purchased them immediately, and they're just so fun. They fit me so well, they're very comfortable, and they're just an amazing pair of pants. They're like a wide leg, slightly cropped, and they have vegetables and fruit all over. It has carrots, little raspberries, grapes. Amazing, very good quality piece of clothing. I think the next thing I'm trying to manifest is something from like their like little Italian collection, because they have ones that have little pastas all over it, and I think that would be really fun for my wardrobe. And on the same topic as Lisa Says Guy, I found this skirt on Mercari. I'm trying to zip it up. I found this skirt on Mercari, and it is the funnest little quilted skirt anyone's ever seen. I actually purchased this new with tags, and the only thing I don't like about it is the fact that the fabric is kind of like crooked. So usually Lisa Says Guy stuff is really good quality. However, this particular skirt, I don't know if the person selling it got it in like a sample sale or purchased it from a website like, I don't know, like a TJ Maxx or something like that, where sometimes they get the regular type piece of clothing. But I'm just surprised that the seams like don't really match up that well either. And again, like the whole piece is kind of crooked. But when I wear it, you can't really notice it too well, because I just kind of like tuck it in on one side, and like, I don't know, if I'm walking, no one's really looking at if my skirt pattern is symmetrical or not. So really only something that I would notice. But anyway, the things I love about it are the quilted pattern, and then the pattern itself. I think these little triangles kind of look like cheese to me, so that was one of my favorite things about it, and it has little strawberries and roses too. So really fun thing for the spring and summer. I'll probably wear this going into the fall just because of the quilted pattern too, but really cool thing for my wardrobe. This, I only have a couple more weeks to wear it, but it's from the brand Show Me Your Moo, which is one of my favorite brands. I have this dress, not only a different fabric, but also a different pattern too. I showed on my last video, it's my dress that has kind of like the palm trees, and it's like a sunset pattern all over it. But this is a really fun dress, kind of hard to tell, but it has like these little tie straps, and it's like a terry cloth fabric. So it's almost like a beach towel material. And I feel like it would be a really good like swimsuit cover up, but I'd actually wear it just normally as a dress, because I personally really like terry cloth fabric. And I would love this too if it was like a romper as well. So I'm on the hunt for a terry cloth romper. But this dress is so fun. It has pockets. It's like a little mini dress. And I would wear this layered over maybe like a t-shirt, because I don't really wear spaghetti straps by itself. I always layer spaghetti strap dresses on top of something, because I prefer to layer wherever possible. Last few items that we have here. I should have shown this when we were on the topic of Fred Perry, but we're back to Fred Perry here. And this is a t-shirt from ThredUp that is the funnest little print I've ever seen. It's like a pink and red striped t-shirt. Nothing really to it. It's very basic in its cut, but I think the pattern is super cool and super fun. Again, where it's Fred Perry, it's a very good quality fabric. And I was really happy when I found this, because they don't really have a ton of shirts that are like stripy like this, and a very good addition to my wardrobe overall. Next piece that I have here is from that same consignment shop that I was telling you about. They did a live sale, and I purchased this within it. It's just a little fun t-shirt. I guess I got another striped t-shirt, but it's like a knit material. It's like very heavyweight, and it has a really nice like crop to it. So I could really wear this with anything, honestly. I don't know specifically what yet. I'd probably wear it again with like jeans, or with a skirt, or just with really any pair of pants. I feel like that's such a versatile thing. I really have a lot of closet staples per se, because I usually gravitate towards things that are like super bold, funky patterns and colors. So it's really nice to have something that can balance out a lot of the otherwise colorful and crazy things in my wardrobe. So really excited for that. It's from Forever 21, but it's an old Forever 21 tag, and usually the older Forever 21 stuff is a little bit better quality. The next thing that we have here, again, same consignment shop. I tried this on so the sleeves are inside out, but it is such a fun little shirt. It's from Universal Thread, which is a Target brand, and it's just this little like embroidered shirt. It has a fun collar, like I mentioned before, I love those, and a button up front. It's kind of see-through, and it has a puff sleeve. I forget if I mentioned that already, but this is a really good versatile piece to wear under maybe like a pair of overalls or with a sweater vest over it. I've been wearing a lot of sweater vests lately. I feel like these two pieces could pair really nicely together, so maybe I'll style them that way. But anything that's a little bit more see-through and has a collar, I do love putting a vest over it and having the collar pop out. So just a quick style idea there. Last three items that we have here. Actually, I'll do this one. This is also from that same consignment store, and I also got this on the live sale. But this is a really fun dress. I didn't take the tag off yet, but also from Target. A New Day is the brand. I purchased this for $14.99 with my credit, but it's just a really nice little stripy dress that has a v-neck, and I don't know what kind of fabric this is. It's like a kind of like a gauzy type fabric, but it has puff sleeves, which I really like, and it has an elastic sleeve, so you can kind of make the sleeve puffier if you want to. But just a really fun mini dress overall, and I honestly think the cut of this could pair nicely with that same Free People vest that I showed you earlier. It's really nice for spring and summer. The last two items that we have here, this is from ThredUp, and it is a maxi skirt from Zara. I think this skirt is so much fun. It has all these little eyelet flowers in it, and has, I don't know, just kind of like, it's just tiered with embroidery and eyelets, and it's just very fun and summery. I really like this blue color. I would love if I could have the skirt in white as well. But I'd probably wear this with, I don't know, even just like a plain white shirt and have the skirt be the focal point of the outfit. And probably pair it with some cowboy boots, maybe even the boots that I showed you a little earlier in this video. There's a lot of different styling options available. And if you wanted to take this into fall, you probably could by wearing this with a sweater in another funky color and do some color blocking. So it doesn't have to be worn only in the spring and summer. And the last piece that I have here is a really fun pair of overalls that I got from ThredUp from the brand We The Free, which is Free People. And when I saw these, I needed them. I got a size down from what I normally order because that was all that was available at the time. And I was really hoping that they would fit me, and I'm glad to say that they do. But it's a really cool corduroy pair of overalls, and I love them. Or like short-alls, I guess is what these are called when they're shorts. But I would wear this with really anything. I love layering, like I mentioned before, so I don't know, I could layer this with like one of the Fred Perry polos, or even like one of the striped shirts that I showed you earlier. I think a realistic outfit for me would be like these two things together. But even though they're short, it's definitely something that I can carry into the fall, especially early fall. And where it's corduroy, I feel like that fabric pattern would be really good for the season. So really good option there, and I'm really excited to have it. I'm going to be on the hunt for more in different colors, because if I find something I like, I usually buy it in multiple colors as well. So that's everything I got. Let me know in the comments what your favorite thing was. I'll be posting a second video this week, so make sure you're subscribed so you can follow along and watch each new video as they come out. I post so many videos about secondhand fashion and just thrifting in general, so if that's your favorite thing, I think we'll be great friends. Thank you all again for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!